Final game of the season, taking on Washburn. How excited are you for this game? What is it going to take to get the win?
I'm really excited for it, mainly because our mindset is it's the most important game because it's the next game, and it just so happens to be probably my last game. So really excited for it, and looking forward to getting out there. They're a good football team, and it'll be a good challenge for us.
You've been around this program for a few years now, and just kind of seeing what how the rivalry has taken shape. Does the fact that it's Washburn does that bring anything extra to the table? Do you feel like?
Absolutely, that's our rival. Couldn't think of a better way to go out with this group of guys than going out and playing against our rival in front of our home crowd. So we're really looking forward to it.
Just how much more are you looking forward to? Defense, made so many good big stops and stands last week. Wanting to build off that and finish in a similar light. Do you like the way the defense's unit is playing right now?
Yeah, for the most part, we did a good job in playing well in critical areas last week. I'd like to not give up as many rushing yards for sure, but yeah, looking forward to it. It'll be a good challenge for us. We know they like to run the ball real well, so we get another opportunity to go out there and show what we're capable of doing.
Well, for you too, final game at Emporia State, putting on the black and gold, taking on Washburn. How much more intense can this game get?
Not a whole lot. Just being that it's the school where my hometown is, where I grew up, just adds a little bit of element of. It just makes it that much more special.
This particular game against Washburn, what do you feel like it's going to take from you guys offensively?
Offensively, we've been up and down here and there, but for the most part, I think that we're really kind of hitting a stride as far as just Braxton being comfortable with the receivers. Us giving him time for the good majority of it, and our backs are running really hard.
A lot of people have been dinged up off and on throughout the year, but getting Braxton back, how much do you feel like that really helped you guys out just from the emotional standpoint as you're heading into these last couple of weeks?
Yeah, like we always say, and as goofy as it is, Braxton's the bus driver that does drive this offense. So not to say that Pat or Taquan did a bad job because they were thrown into the fire, and they did a good job for how little time they had to prepare. But, having him back there gives us the comfort of knowing, if we're in a critical area or a tough situation, and somebody slips up on a block, we still know Braxton's back there and capable of getting out of the pocket and making a good throw.
Just, if you can, just talk about your 4 years here and just all the time and things that you experienced. How much has that meant to you and you're looking forward to finishing on a high note?
Yeah, man, it brings a smile to my face just thinking about all the good times, coming in that first year in 13 after they came off the bowl win, and then to be a redshirt when they went to the playoffs for the first time, and then leaving and coming back and being part of those two really good runs. It's just meant the world. When I left here in December of 2013, I sat in Coach Higgins' office, and he said, "Are you sure? People love you here. People care about you here. People want to see you succeed here. Are you sure you want to go do something else?" And I said, "Yeah." And he said, "I think you're wrong." And he was right. I was wrong. He knew exactly what he was talking about because, even with my time at Butler, when I'd come back and visit up here, this was home for me, and it's definitely become my home. So,
Coach, final game of the regular season coming up Saturday for your football team. This last game of the season, how would you like to see them close it out?
With a win. I would like to see him close it out with a win. I would love to see this group of seniors close it out with a W and get momentum going into next year. Also, just with this senior class, there's 24 seniors. I would say probably, 80% of those guys, 75%, somewhere right around in there, have been here at least 4 years within the football program. They've invested a lot of time and effort into getting to this football program where it's at. They got a great opportunity to go out, having 3 straight winning seasons. It's never been done here since they've went Division II. So, and they've been really good through the tough times. That's the thing about it, that this class has really demonstrated great character because things have not always went the way that We wanted them to, but they always came to work each and every week ready to get better.
You know, the fact that you guys get close out against Washburn and obviously the longtime school rival, does that add anything, any flavor to it? I know the season's not gone the direction you guys wanted to, but to close with a game that has some emotional draw to it, does that add something to it?
Well, I think just if I was a senior and going out and having a winning season and knowing that I beat your rival, I think would add a little bit to that as far as memories. You know, so and I think the rivalry is. I think it's good. I think it's something that it's one of the things that in college football that makes college football exciting is when you have these rivalry games.
The Ichabods themselves, what kind of challenges do you see them presenting you guys?
Well, they're a very good football team. They they very easily, just like us, could be sitting in a different situation, but they're not. I think defensively, I think they're very good. I think it starts with, their defense and kind of how they've set the tone for them throughout the season. But at the same time, if you look at them over on offense, they're very efficient in what they do. They don't make mistakes. They're just like they always are. They're a physical football team. They're very well coached, and this is going to be a big challenge for us.